Hello there, Pisces. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Pisces for November of 2019, and I cannot believe how fast this year has went by, honestly. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of this month. And we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you, so it makes all of us Pisces named Frankie for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. It'll give you a more comprehensive view of the month. And I also don't believe the cards will go week by week. I believe they'll blend in and out throughout the month, kind of like an overall view of the month. Now, I have a short message for us, and it's for some reason, I think we had something similar last month, and I don't remember readings absolutely at all. But there's a message for us. Stay with those that are happy, right? Stay with those that are happy. Stay with the friends and the people that I love, or the people I enjoy. And if something feels off, and these cards can support it, like my little spidey sense goes up, and it doesn't feel like if I talk to this person, they're just going to blow their top, they're going to be, off the charts crazy with me. Don't even bother engaging it. If your spidey sense tells you that, do not engage it because our words are good here. And I have to say, looking down here, we have 4 major arcana in this reading, 4 of them, and then we're in it. So this is a little bit interesting here. We have good words, they're compassion, I might like this person, but I know that it's not the time to approach them, right? Compassion, support, honesty, balance, and simplicity. So stay with the ones that are balanced, that are supportive of me, that I honestly like according to this, and stay out of the line. I just want to say, stay out of the line of fire, for whatever reason, because we have, like I said, we have 4 major arcana. I think we'll come out of it because underneath there is the 3 of Cups, so we'll have a reason to celebrate after we make it through the month, because our card here, the first card, is the Moon card, and that is that we are really, really in tune with like the lunar energies or our psychic energies this month. I believe that. If it symbolically, the moon like represents um, the non-conscious side of life, or our intuitive side of life, our inner spiritual world, um, not the human side of life as much. So we'd be like naturally wanting to look inside ourselves this month in order to um, maintain balance and look at ourselves with compassion, that kind of thing, because we when we have the Moon card, we begin to like perceive things in a different way, like we see them a lot more different or clearly, and we become really, really aware of how we feel about different situations, maybe about different people in our life. So it would be a time when we were real acutely and accurately in tune to spirit and spiritual vibrations because we were more connected to it. So the information that the moon lights up is that of what is going on spiritually, okay? And also, in a literal manner, you know, in a literal manner, mean our psychic, our intuitive sense is really, really up. Now, the other thing it means, literally, to me, is there can be something that is hidden from me that I don't know about yet, like information that I need to find out or need to see, perhaps before I make maybe choices or decisions, things like that, and they could be being hid from me. So, with my intuition on, I can ask for illumination, like actually for the moon to illuminate that which is being hidden from me so that I can make wise decisions and choices that are honestly, like our word here, honestly more suitable for whatever it is that I'm doing at this time in my life. I don't know why they're having me say that like that, but I do know that original message is very, very odd, so maybe it has something to do with work for us. Maybe it has something to do around friendships, things like that, because our next card here is the Tower card, and it goes like basically right along with our original message, because it's like it's supposed to be catastrophe, but I don't feel it like catastrophe. No lightning's not going to strike us down in on the street or in the middle of the night, that kind of thing, or literally do something crazy to us. It's like overthrowing all of our false ideas, our old habits that we want to get rid of, like anyhow, um, and change them into positive things. But because it's the Tower, a lot of people, a lot of us don't, we absolutely don't like change. We don't want anything that's going to upset our normal, regular routine, our balance, right? Our word balance there, we want to keep it simple. We don't like change, you know? But the change, sometimes the Tower can be some kind of loss, things like that, personal loss, financial loss sometimes, a breakup, with boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, things like that. But if we really sit, which we are given the moon card first, so if we really sit with our intuitions, right, we could see that that event was going to be foreseen before it didn't happen, before it happened, rather. We could see that it was actually coming, and we would be aware of it. We would be ready for it. We would be able to face the facts, support ourselves with compassion. You know, it, this, I think Mars actually, there's something with Mars. That's why maybe the crazy message. I'm not an astrologer, but the Tower like has to do with Mars. Okay, um, it's like, and it can do with, sometimes they say Uranus, like an unexpected event that comes up at me out of the clear blue sky. But I'm not going to say that, because for the most part, these are events, situations, things like that that we saw coming, right? So we can't really say we didn't actually, for the most part, didn't see this coming, because if it's something that has served its purpose in our life and we need to destroy it or get rid of it, that's what the Tower means. It means change it right now. If we got stuck in a rut, or we were status quo, unsatisfied, discontent, that kind of stuff, but not knowing what changes we needed to make, we have the moon energy on our side to do it, or to help us do it without like doing the crazy Tower event. Um, the crazy Tower event is how they're saying. So if I ask for illumination and go within. Let's say I ask for illumination. I go within. I say, Spirit, what is it in my life, right, that I want to change? I want to change to bring me back into balance and to honestly support myself in the most simplest way. Let's put it like that. In the most simplest way. I sit with myself, I go within, and then I make the choice before the choice gets forced on me, and I actually can disrupt this through my own things. Now, obviously, in some cases, right? Some cases, something really unexpected can happen, but I don't feel it as if for the most of us, let's put it that way, we're going to have the lightning bolt, of something happening that we just really never saw coming. So, with the tower being in and the moon, I would want to sit, pray, in meditation, ask for whatever it is else I need to make choices I need to make for my own self. Let's put it that way, for my own self, for me to move forward and choose to make those choices or uncover the things that I'm not seeing about the issue ahead of time, and then do those things for myself, like prepare myself, have compassion, support my own self ahead of time. That kind of energy, because our next card here is excellent. It's the Fool. I love the Fool card. This is when we're like out of sync with the rest of the world, but in a good way, in a really positive way. We want to go out, we want to do it on our own, full speed ahead type energy. I don't give a damn what anybody else thinks about it energy. Um, how else do I want to say it? Or we might feel like we're the loner and nobody else understands why we need to do what we have to do for ourselves. But, actually, if we think about it, it's like we have a different thought sequence about from everybody else that's around us. Everybody else is saying, don't do it, Pisces, don't do it, Pisces. And we're thinking, but this is the way my little Pisces self has to do it. So it's like listening to the tune or the beat of a totally different drummer, right? And no one else hears this different drummer, but we hear, and we have to honor the different drummer because that's our authenticity. And it's trying to get our attention, right? That's why I'm saying sit with that moon energy. This is me. This is my Pisces self. This is what I want. This is what is going to bring me into balance. Now, because we have that tower in there, usually the Fool, he just jumps off the cliff. There's usually a mountain there. He has 1 foot right. He's not looking at anything, looking straight ahead, and his little dog saying, come on, we only got a sandwich in our little bag up here. We'll starve to death when you fall down the mountain. So I'm going to say with the tower in there, take off the rose-colored glasses, look everything over, right? Take a breath. We have the moon energy in here. Take a breath before I jump. And if it feels like the right thing for me to do, honestly, like our word down here, and it's the thing that I have to do for my own self, right? To bring me back in balance, me on a fresh forward footing, me taking that next step, then I would do it. I'd weigh the risks. There's the white rose of innocence up here. I'd weigh the risks, what do I want to do this? What are the risks? And then if I feel the risk is worth it, right? Then I do it. Then I take the step. Could be, see, it's a 0. It's like all of it's open to me. What is it that I want? to use or do to better bring me forward. So it feels like I don't know what it is about this year, but a lot of these months, as they go by, seem to be more important or more critical, in a manner of making choices, decisions, and options for forward momentum that we would have never done even 2 or 3 years ago because everything was so stagnant. And now that energy is so fast moving, so I don't know where this is going to come down. Is it in a love relationship that I may break off and go, you know, to the next step along the path to someone new? Is it work? I might break off, and say, I just don't like it. The boss is on my butt every single moment or whatever, and I have talents and skills that are better somewhere else. All of us are different Pisces. Do I want to start my own company with the Fool? Everybody else is saying, no, Pisces, don't do it. And I'm thinking, but I'll do it on the side. And I'll make more money. And all you dummies can sit back there because I have the ability, or I have the skill, the ability. I stand in support, like our word down here, of myself. Keep it simple is what they're saying, Pisces. Keep it simple, because we got another major arcana here. Now we got the Hierophant energy, and that means there is a traditional factor that's active in our life. It can be a philosophy, a social organization, any type of a authoritarian group, anything that would be over us, like our boss, our company, but we'd feel a lot of loyalty to the tradition. We'd find it very supportive of us. We would choose to live our life in like accordance with the beliefs that we have in common with this group or the organization. Sometimes we might want to be a leader or a boss, maybe, in the organization, or maybe our partner, you know, is a boss or wants to be a boss in the organization, and we have to go along with the rules of the organization, which I don't think the Fool energy is going to be able to swallow too easily, but we might find it's like inspires us, inspires us in some manner. But with the Hierophant energy, and I'm going to say this even though it's not upside down, the Hierophant makes us adhere to a certain set of rules. And if we do not adhere to the rules, we are going to be called in account. So there's some kind of judgmental quality about that. So some of us Pisces with that Tower event in there are going to turn the Hierophant right on his low head. We're going to want to overthrow the rules. We're going to be, not told any longer what to do, that kind of thing, which is rare for us because we usually will be shy and not speak up for ourselves. But it's like some of us, it's like either or. Some of us are going to say, boom, I'm not paying attention to this any longer, and speak up for ourselves, and toss the Hierophant right out the door. Others of us are going to be happy with that energy and loyal to that energy and want to be involved because it supports us in some manner, just like our word down here. And the others are going to say, that's it. And I'm saying it that way, especially because the Tower energy is in there, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't say it that way. But there may be something that Tower could trigger, or event like that could trigger us to think in that manner and dump this Hierophant right on his low head somehow. Because the next card is excellent too. We have the Queen of Cups, and that is us. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So we've shown up in our own reading, right? Male or female, because these are general readings. We might have, with the Hierophant thing, booted the Hierophant right out on his head and changed our minds about a lot of things. But this is like, if it's a person that would love us. They're like real mature, could be a friend. They would know a lot about the ways of love. They'd be very balanced. They'd be very receptive, attentive, approachable type energy if it was someone that was going to help us. So it'd be a really kindly person, someone with water, obviously, like us showing up. It could be someone other than us, or us just showing our stuff in our own reading. Sometimes if a guy was watching this, it might be the person that he's in love with, or our partner or something. If you're a man watching this, could be our partner, that, or represent the person that we love so much. But it's a visionary. This is very, very highly psychic energy, and we have it right along with our moon card there. So the psychic ability is very, very developed, and it's very, very accurate because it's mature. So we be being called forth, some of us, to step into using our intuition in a mature manner, right? Now, if it's not a person, it could be some kind of creative thing that we're thinking about doing, or a circumstance that has a really strong emotional tone to it that's extremely positive for us, that would be supportive of us, keep us in balance, give us help, you know, be very honest in a kindly manner. Something, if it's outside of us, or not us, it could be some kind of creative thing that we're doing that's going to turn out excellent. Just turn out excellent for us. So basically, this whole reading is telling us we're in tune. There is something that, if there's something we want to change, we're going to be able to change it, right? Some of us are maybe thinking about maybe like moving forward on a different path, things like that. Um, a lot of us, it's going to be creative and be based on, because we've got that moon energy and that in there, and the Queen of Cups energy and the Fool together, that we are going by our own rules, or maybe we're getting a new project at work, that kind of thing, creative, supportive, balance, thing like that. Maybe that kind of energy in work, or relationship wise. I think for the most of us, it's going to be something probably to do with work, team, thing like that, or a new work, that kind of creative projects, our angel card. So we are very, very creative. Let's see what this says. It says, your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. What better for we Pisces? Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited, and reignites passion, our passion towards life. That's interesting, huh? Just like that Fool energy reignites our passion towards life. That's quite interesting here. Let me find it. Well, I found cleanse and detoxify. You want to do that before you decide to, on the Tower event there, Pisces? It says this card says that you need more avenues for creative expression. The angels are guiding you to look for such outlets at work and at home. For example, write, play music, make crafts, paint, um, sew, redecorate. I like redecorating. Doesn't matter whether your artistry is market ready. What's important is you allow the inner artist to enjoy freedom of expression. And that's really a psychic ability too. The freedom of creativity really enhances the intuition. Work on a meaningful project that you've been procrastinating about. Enroll in a creative class such as photography or dance. Your life purpose and a meaningful career will come to you through creative ways that are unimaginable right now. Unimaginable with that tower thing in there. Unimaginable right now. So don't worry about how or what your life purpose is. Just follow the path before you. And be careful when you dump the Hierophant on his head for those of us that are going to do that. Well, Pisces, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all the information's down below the screen in the About section. Or if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is over at the website, and that's in the About section. There's 2 short videos over at the website. One explains a prayer class I put out there for you guys. The other one explains the sutra classes. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It explains how to format prayers, why you do them the way you do them, and the sutras are simple thought forms you put into a 5-minute meditation that enhances the clear perceptions dramatically, and the videos are like 5 or 6 minutes long. They're over at the website also. So to all of you I've met through 3 whole years of doing these YouTubes, and everybody I've met through 31 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. I'll hopefully see you back here next month. Bye-bye.